So now we want to find our triggers in continuing with the clearing process and looking at step 2, which is naming our emotion. After we find the names of 3 emotions that we're feeling about a situation that bothered us, we want to see what in our mind connected that feeling with the situation that seemed to be causing it. And the way we do that is by, well, let me use an example. Like I talked about in step 2, when we might have a situation where we get upset about our husband coming home late when we have to be somewhere, and you feeling more and more upset about it. So let's look at connecting, finding the language of each feeling, what seemed to bring it up. Like as we think about it later that evening, maybe when we get home from wherever we were going together, maybe he goes on to bed, and you might just sit there and decide that you're going to not just let that situation go by in your life because you've been getting serious about wanting to use the clearing process. So you might decide, okay, I'm going to do step 2. So maybe you take a look at how you felt sitting there on the porch waiting for his car to pull up, and just picture where you were sitting and what you were wearing. Make it vivid again, and then say, okay, so what was going on for me? I know that I was impatient, but what about the situation made me impatient? I don't always get impatient when other people are late, and you might get a hold of the fact that in your mind, he's always making you wait. So the issue was that, not that he was late, but that it happens over and over again. And that's the cause of your impatience, because you connect it with all the other times when he's made you wait. So the first feeling then would be impatient because it happens so much over and over. And maybe as you think about it, you realize that, you were sad about it too. And so you want to identify what about the situation seemed to be the root cause of the sadness. And as you explore it, it wasn't that he didn't love you, he does. And what you might come to is that you didn't feel respected. So it was a sadness that you're not treated like you matter, like you deserve to have somebody who loves you keep their word and be there when they're said they'd be there. And then perhaps the third feeling is you realize that you are really irritated. In fact, if you told the truth, you were mad about it. And you want to look at, okay, what about it makes me, in quotes, makes me mad? Well, maybe it's because maybe you say, he is not a stupid man. He could be on time if he wanted to. If he cared about me, he could choose to be on time like he is for other people. So you might find that your irritation is coming from that sense of not being treated like he loves you. So you've put together now 3 feelings, and each one is connected with something about that situation that seemed to generate that feeling. And write those down, because those are going to be the foundation for step 3 when you get ready to do that.